Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Open-Minded Mystics. Today is Monday, May 17th, and I am so excited to be here, ladies. You're looking absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to see you.
Ow! I am so ready for this week. I had such a blast last week. I cannot wait to talk all about it.
Ryan let me just say this. How amazing was learning everything about witches, right?
It was witch-tastic. It was witch-spectacular. I just
it was witchy.
It was witchy, wild, and
more
wicked.
Into that part with Kim, because I just have to say, I watched your entire energy change through the whole entire Dark Winter Moon. She was like, and then she was like, I want to be best friends, and I was like, it was amazing. It was amazing.
I kind of started like a witch, and then I'm like, I guess I'm a witch.
We had no idea how close we actually were to being witches. It's amazing. Donna Vee's in the house.
That's how I felt, though. I felt like, what my picture of what a witch was somebody who thinks that they can change someone else's point of view or cast a spell on somebody. And boy, was I wrong. And I was really, one of the things I love is that because we're open-minded, we're willing to have our minds, our thoughts change. We're willing to be able to be expanded. And I felt like that 1 hour last week expanded me so much, and I learned so much. Yes, hey Dawn, I'm a witch too.
I know. Perhaps that was the spell he put on you.
Yeah, I know, but I walked away. Same thing, guys. I felt the same thing where I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I know my preconceptions of what a witch is. I've really no idea what it actually is. And I walked away feeling so great about him, so great about what we learned, so great about the show, and so great about like spreading information that's actually positive and correct.
Yeah.
And again, I felt the same way you guys did. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm a witch because I'm totally into all the stuff he's talking about. Yeah. And I love that you could be a witch, but you could be other things too.
Yeah.
You could be like a pagan witch, Catholic, Jew, right? It was exciting. I was like,
whatever you want.
Endless. Yeah, it was awesome.
I love. So, as you know, for everyone tuning in, we love the interaction, but we also want to have just a really great conversation. And if you guys have questions, we want to answer them, but we're probably going to answer them closer to the end. Although today's the interactive follow-up show, which I think is great. Good evening, Ryan, all the way coming in from the UK.
Woo!
The executive producer of Open-Minded Magic, our Bosley.
Hey, buddy.
So exciting. So I am so excited because we have some really great information to share tonight, Tracy.
Oh, yes. We have some phenomenal sponsors. I'm going to start out with my sponsor, which I'm so excited to talk to you all about. She is incredible, and we are thrilled to introduce Nikki's Little Shop of Horror. Now, I was told not to sing, Nikki, so I'm not going to, but if you want me to do a jingle for your shop, I will totally do a shop. But she is one of my favorite sponsors, and she's a 5-star rated Etsy artist, which is not easy to do. I'm a huge Etsy fan, and if you get 5 stars, you are really good. You have a really good product. You deliver it, and you say exactly what it's going to be, and what you say actually shows up. Now, Nikki works with resin to create beautifully creepy creative art and witchy gifts, which is really cool. They're totally original, and they're one of a kind. She does all these really great things in resin, ladies and gentlemen, and she also does bedazzled like Ouija boards. She does like the coolest stuff, and she does custom work as well. Now, here's the exciting part. For viewers of Open-Minded Mystic, you can, a couple of things. If you order something that's $35 or more, you get free shipping. That's right. I said free shipping. And she also gave us 10% off with this Mystic 10. So if you let her know you're coming from Open-Minded Mystics and you put the Mystic 10 code in, you get 10% off from Nikki's Little Shop of Horror. We love her. You will too.
That's amazing. You can definitely find her on Instagram. If you don't look at Etsy, and I think I actually put it up here, right? Yeah, Instagram.com, Nikki's.little.shop.of.horror. Lots of dots in there. I love that, though.
Yeah, but you know what's great, too, Donna, which I love, is like Etsy really vets their vendors. Like, so it's a really big deal. If you get 5 stars, that means, again, the quality is really great, and the delivery time is really great, and you get exactly what you pay for, which I think is really important. And that's why it's so important for us that we have quality sponsors, because, we're a quality show. We want to bring Open-Minded Mystic audience quality, interesting, and original gifts.
Exactly.
And I think she totally does that.
Exactly. Miss Kim Mazzella.
Hi. I am so excited that I get to talk about Mystic Moon Pixie. Her stuff is so cool. If you have to go on and check it out, it's very, very colorful. It's all art on canvas, on wood slice paintings. She has quotes. And you know what's really kind of cool about her stuff is it's also different. I mean, some of the colors are different. She has some stuff that are like kind of more black and white, and all so many cool designs. I really love her stuff. Some of it's on like wood slice. You have to check it out. It looks like almost like you could hang it on a Christmas tree or hang it on your wall, and then big canvas things. She has something called Celestial Zen Art, which is really cool. Looks really beautiful. She's also on Etsy. You can check out her.
You did it, Kim.
Good job.
I really messed up that word. But her stuff is beautiful, really cool. You should check her out. But she is giving us an awesome crystal 30%. You guys, 30%. This is what she's giving us. So
That's a huge discount.
Yeah, 30% off from an artist, like an artisan that's making things, and she's a self-made businesswoman, is just incredible.
Such a gift. We're so lucky. So it's Crystal, all capital, 30. So you should check her out. Go check her out. She's on Etsy. She's also on Instagram. So it's Mystic Moon Pixie. Check her stuff out, please. You'll love it.
Out.
And 30% off.
Thank you.
Donna, what do you have? I've been dying all day. I know you have
so
a special
excited right
gift.
now because
Yes.
it's actually one of our first sponsors is the Dirty Bones Soap Company.
I
right?
want a Dirty Bones shirt. That is like the coolest.
That is the coolest logo.
It is a cool logo. You know what it reminds me of? Did you guys see Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
Remember with those moths that were in her mouth?
Yeah.
What it looks like fly.
I know.
Anyway.
You know what's really amazing about Dirty Bones Soap Company? They sent us samples. And tonight, we are doing the unboxing.
Woo! I'm so jealous. I want to be there. I'm a soap fanatic.
Okay, so we'll do the unboxing, and then I'll give you where's, what's, why's, how's to find her. And also, the most incredible thing is that we also have a code for our viewers of Open Minded Mystic. All you have to do is go all caps, Monday 10, when you go to your checkout. And also, you can find the Dirty Bones Soap Company on Etsy. I had to be careful because I didn't help you with that. And if anyone that's watching wants to be a sponsor, we definitely are accepting sponsors. We do a sponsorship where we mention the company once a show for 4 shows. That's 4 weeks. It's an entire month. And we love the fact that there's a partnership, that benefits our viewers, because that'll benefit you as well. And if you want to send us anything, we can definitely tell you where to send that, which would be Open Minded Mystics. And I can tell you the address, and I'll put it in the comments in a little bit. It's in Bloomfield, New Jersey, and you can just send us anything. I mean,
like pizzas. Donna's up for
pizza. I'm always hungry. And then, but the thing is, you can always just unbox it. I mean, like, this is what's really cool.
I'm impressed you didn't pre-cut it.
You know what?
Is the real word impressed, Kim? Or are you like, really, you didn't pre-cut it? I love you. Kim's like, I'm impressed that you didn't pre-cut it. I'm like, I'm impressed would be the word that you're
Wait, did you say you were impressed I didn't pre-cut it, or did you think I would have done it?
Yeah, she thought you would have pre-cut it.
If it was me, I might have done it.
It's like watching somebody at Christmas where you're like, what is happening?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about how
I'm so jealous.
I'm sorry, but
I know. You got to be the Donna Vee. Oh.
This is the packaging. First of all, as soon as I open the box, it smells beautiful. It doesn't smell like your grandma's old soap, okay?
Right.
Oh my gosh. Look, envelope, wax, seal. Look at the package.
Ooh,
pretty cool.
That's beautiful. That's iridescent. I love those.
Oh, look at it. It's smiling. Is it smiling?
I think
it is to you, Kim. It's smiling right at you.
I want to be careful and not break this wax seal because, I did it. I love a wax seal.
I do too. It's very like.
It's a note for all of us.
Oh, read it.
Hi, Mystics. Thank you so much for your help and support. Here are a couple of gifts as a thank you. Hope you love them. Leah. How cool is that?
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'll be keeping this forever with our sigils.
Our first sponsor will be
Yes. And the fair of those that don't watch. No, I'm just kidding. Look, there's a sticker for each of us.
Yes. Oh, that is totally going on my computer.
All right. That's
I'm
awesome.
loving that.
packaging. What great packaging and
That
marketing.
is great packaging. It's all about marketing, ladies and gentlemen. Smart, smart,
MG,
smart.
look at this, guys.
That's really cool. What color
Look
is
how
that?
beautifully wrapped this is. That makes such a huge difference when
It does.
you're buying something. It is. Oh, hey, Megan Ryan is here. Hi.
Hey, Megan Ryan.
Nice.
Talk about an open-minded mystic. She's gorgeous and mystical, and we're going to have her on because she does all kinds of flow and dance and stuff, and she will totally get into this.
I love it.
She's amazing and super mystical.
Okay, so here we go. Unpackaging. First and foremost, the thing on top. Ooh. Now, we're sharing these.
Yes, we're sharing them whether you want to share them or
I would
not.
never use them without. All right, so check this out.
Oh,
This is a
look
pouch.
at that.
What's so nice.
I know.
And this is the aquamarine and gold. And look, another stamp.
Get out.
No, this is like high stuff, high class.
You're like, this is high class stuff right here. It is beautifully packaged. It really is.
Okay, so it's soap that looks like crystals.
Oh, that's like such a cool gift.
My God,
I love
that.
So there are several pieces, and they look at that.
You know what's cool that you could do with that too? You could have that out, so like the scent could be in your room.
Oh, totally.
And it looks like crystals, like just sitting out, until you use it.
These are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
They're not one of those soaps that you like just keep away in your drawer. They're ones that you. Oh my God!
They look like a real crystal. Like this is a real crystal, and this like the shape, everything. It's perfect.
Yeah, that is really nice.
And the packaging is like amazing. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
it's gorgeous.
A nice satchel.
And what does it smell like?
Oh my God! Honestly, I know this is gonna sound so silly. It just smells clean, not clean cotton. Right. It smells like not a really perfumey smell. Oh, it's cotton and sandalwood.
Oh, that's nice.
And it says the metal is gold, which we're going to have them on as a guest.
We definitely have to have them on.
I'd like them to explain what's going on in here. All right. Oh my God, it's a skull.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That is too cool.
That is amazing.
I'm loving this.
Ooh,
Dirty Bones.
This smells so good.
I love that you held it. I was supposed to smell.
I appreciate that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, another one, and this is opal. Oh, and orange and grapefruit. Are you ready?
Oh, I love these flavors and smells.
OMG, it's a big one. Ooh.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so neat. We definitely have to have them on because I don't even know. That skull is mine. I knew I was going to say that. That is so. Look how beautiful they are.
Oh my gosh!
What a cool concept,
right?
And what a cool original gift. If I got those soaps, I'd be so psyched because it's like I'm into all those crystals, into that. I love soap. Oh, here comes
the box.
Here comes the bar.
Look, I mean, the black raffia.
That's
paper. I mean, I can't say enough about, like, as a business owner, as a consumer, the packaging is off the charts. Now this, can I open this? Do you mind? Because it doesn't have a description. Just
of course.
I want to see the soap. I got to see the soap, you guys. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's the honeycomb one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Black sugar. Look at that packaging. I'm loving this stuff. I'm definitely going to order someone to gift this.
If sugar be a fault, God help the wicked.
I love it. I love everything about this thing.
Oh, it smells very sugary. This smells amazing. I don't know if they're watching tonight. I know, but I could just say this. We are so impressed, and I'm so, so, so grateful. We are so grateful as a team for the fact that, you send all these goodies, and I know where I'm buying my next gifts from, and I am so excited. And hi, open-minded Mrs. What kind of crystal does Donna have on her nightstand? Good question. I will tell you that.
Wait, before you tell that, can you put up that thing one more time so we can see how to the Dirty Bones?
Absolutely. So
because
this is where we want to go.
I want to write it down again. Monday 10. Okay, so Monday I get 10% discount.
I'm going to go over to the Dirty Bones Soap Company, and they also have a 5-star rating on Etsy. And I'm going to show you guys this just because I can. One-of-a-kind soaps. They will make any kind of a soap that you'd like. You can collaborate with them. They have, I'm just seeing if I can open this up for you. You know what? I'm going to have to put the link up for them. So,
okay, cool. But thank you so much. Now go back to your crystals. That was good. I just wanted to
you
get
can
that on
totally
there.
find them on Etsy and also on Instagram under Dirty Bone Soap Company. And
Perfect.
the code for us, like we said, is Monday 10. And they're just amazing. And yeah, they're our new friends. They're amazing.
I love it. All right. So what crystals?
Georgia, and they're a Latina owned company.
Oh, that's awesome. Even better. I'm loving everything about it. So cool.
Awesome.
All right.
Start.
What a great start is right. But let's get down and dirty, because how much fun was Dark Winter Moon, first of all?
Go for it, Tracy.
Okay. I didn't, as someone, like I said, who has been exposed to witches only in New Hope, Pennsylvania, by going to the Wiccan and witch stores, and Meg Ryan, if you're still watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All the stores with the incense, and you go in and it smells a certain way, and the crystals are all around, and the stones and the music and fairies are everywhere. I didn't know what to expect. When somebody says a witch, it's like, what does that actually mean? What does that actually mean? It's not obviously the scary witch with the black hat and, the house landing on her house, her sister, but I didn't know what to expect. And Dark Winter Moon was just so open and cool and down to earth, which was what I was really excited about, because this whole program, Open-Minded Mystics, is about opening your mind, but getting real answers and allowing each other to ask questions, even though they may seem really rudimentary and simple and basic 101 questions. We ask that our guests allow us to do that, because we're all on the spiritual journey together. We're all learning. So we shouldn't be afraid to ask any questions. And Ryan was wide open, and it was so much fun to be able to ask him exactly what we were thinking without offending him or being worried about him being offended. He was wide open to teaching. And I think that's such an important part of being an open-minded mystic, is that you're open to be taught and you're open to teach others. And you don't assume anything, which is where all of us get in trouble. And he was so cool about being wide open, and I love that. I'm sure the two of you felt that as well. He was just an open book, which is not easy to do, especially when there's preconceived notions about who you are and what your thought methodology is or does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote in the comments, there's clicking. Can hold your microphone away from your necklace.
Oh, me. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's when you move, it's hitting the
gosh darn necklaces.
No, you look great. You look gorgeous, but it's just I didn't know what the sound was too, and then I watched when you were talking.
Thank you. It's the clicking. Okay, I'll keep it away. Is that better?
Yes, perfect.
But Ryan was so cool. And Kim, what did you think?
I have developed like a curriculum over the years, and I've really done a lot of soul searching and researching and looking into things, but I never really was ever drawn to witchcraft, because it always to me sounded like someone who believed that they could put spells on other people, right? Or they could. Now I do believe in manifesting, which is like a version of believing something and turning a thought into a thing, which isn't really different than what he was talking about. So I thought it was so nice to be able to connect the dots between what I believe and what I do to him. And I love that that throughout life, I've been so willing to be open to listen to especially because in my career, what I do is have to really listen to people and hear what they're saying and be open to what they're about. And so much of my time is about not judging. And I will be honest, when I heard we were having Witch on, there was part of me that was judging. And I even said to myself, be open, right? And it was such a really even the sigils, I was like, in my work, I do sigils, but I just never called them that. Right. And I never really, it opened me up to a new way to do what I'm already doing and to think about it, because I use symbols, which are basically sigils. Right. So my symbols are his sigils, and they mean the same thing. And actually the sigils are kind of cool because they're a great way to be able to create your own symbol that's just for you, that when you look at it, you can be inspired in a way. So that to me, I know I look like a kid in a candy store at the end of the show, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Everything that he was saying, I'm like, I relate to you so much. I'm so into what you're doing that I find myself more drawn to learning more about what he does. So I think it was so cool.
I totally agree with that. I'm just so excited because, the idea of the sigils, with manifesting, which is something I've always loved to do, and the idea of taking something, creating it, and then burning it, because I've always loved that in my life, especially with my daughters. It was something I taught them as, a parallel of how to let things go. And we did that on New Year's Eve by putting something down on a piece of paper. And before midnight, we'd burn the things that we wanted to let go of. And then after midnight, we'd burn the things that we wanted to create, thus saying that we were basically making sigils and we didn't really even realize it. Or you could say we were scripting and burning it and not realizing that that was it either. So I just think it's so interesting to find out how many things that we all have in common. And even with the show that we do here, and I love Abraham Hicks. I know that the both of you ladies watch, and listen to Abraham Hicks. It's non-secular, which that's the part that I love, because growing up, and being baptized Catholic and going to Catholic church and thinking that was the only way you could practice any kind of form of spirituality. It just, I don't know. It kind of was I hate to say it, not to sound disrespectful, but it could become burdensome. Like you grow up and you feel that was not the language I wanted to communicate through. It's like your parents listening to one type of music and you thinking that's the only music that exists. And that's how I look at like religion and spirituality. And for me, it was just really amazing to know that, wow, that makes so much sense. Like, why during the pandemic, when I found hiking for the first time in 48 years of my life, or 49 years, whenever it was, how come I felt so at peace? Like I literally felt my body calm down. I didn't feel as afraid of the pandemic. And it wasn't just because I was alone, like not to sound silly, but I was outside in nature and I loved it. And I wanted to bring other people with me. That's definitely one thing I could tell you for sure. I was like, want to go for a walk?
Yeah, well, I agree with you, Donna. I thought it was really cool. First of all, I love that we're talking about nature and how you felt more calm in nature. I definitely am like a huge nature person. And so the fact that Ryan had let us know that witchcraft brings so much nature into it really, really appealed to me. And I was like, okay, Mother Earth and everything that's natural. And I love the fact, and I thought that was great that you brought it up about, especially being Catholic. He's Catholic. And he said, you can be Catholic and you can be a witch. You can be Jewish and you can be a witch. It's not a religion. It's kind of like another way of looking at life and utilizing what's around you, which was totally eye-opening to me, because I thought, okay, if you're a witch, you've got to like denounce all other things. Right. And the whole like satanic, that would be something that was connected to it, which is like the furthest thing from what it is. And so I just think it's so important that we reiterate that, because it was just like a huge, huge eye opener. Was super cool. Yeah. And like you say, it's a language. It's a way to communicate and another way to understand the world around us and nature and how important nature is in all of our lives.
Well, how often have we heard people, and again, I don't want to get on any one specific or, religion, but anything like pescatarian, you have vegetarians, you have everything. You create this like name and this label, and then you denounce eating meat for the rest of your life or what have you. But in religion, I mean, not everyone is a saint. So there are definitely, I can see where with witches, witchcraft, there can be, I'm sure that there are some people that, are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? I mean, think about that from just The Wizard of Oz. Sure. But it's so interesting to think that you can use it for good or you can use it for not good. Go for it.
That's religion.
Well, one of the things I was thinking about is there's a line. Course in Miracles has a lot of different books to it, and there's a line, and it's like it's the psychology section of the book, and it talks about psychology or therapy, and it says, when do we know when the therapy is done? And it says when the therapist can look at the patient without judgment, right? And when I read that, I'm like, what? Because what does that mean? And it really is about being open-minded, being able to understand how things are connected and that everything's connected. And one of the things of being a life coach for me has been very, very big, and why I love this show so much is when someone comes to me and they have a belief that's different than mine, but it's a belief of theirs, and I have to really let go all my judgment, all my opinions about it, and embrace theirs in order to help them, in order to be present with them. And I think that one of the things about what that trained me is being able to really listen to all the connections that he has with me. I mean, when it comes to what we do, because isn't it true that everything is kind of the same? There's really, one of the things I learned in life coaching school, one of my teachers said to me, there's nothing new in the universe. It's all just different ways of hearing it. And you've got to find the ways that work for you. That's why there's so many teachers of the same stuff, but you could find a teacher, and some people love Abraham Hicks and some people don't. Some people love A Course in Miracles and some people don't. But they're all about, using your own power. Some people see it in forms of energy, like chakra system. And what he was talking about, sigils, I see as symbols. And I use them the same way, about bringing them into your energy field. And he was kind of describing bringing them into your energy field. So I think that one of the really cool things is that so much of it is the same. Even like to connect to your first chakra, it's about going out into the universe and maybe hugging a tree, or it's all the kind of the same stuff. So that's why I ended up the show like on a high, because I was so excited to recognize that, just like my teacher said, there's nothing new under the universe. There really isn't. Now there's versions of A Course in Miracles. People can take it and turn it into something negative, and people have, they've said it, it's this or that. Or you can, take the Catholic Church, which has many, many good things about it, and you can take it and make it judgy, right? Or you can, you can find judgment no matter where you go. So I think it's about wherever you go, there you are. And if you're really willing to just hear the truth about what someone else has to say, you can connect to them in a way that you may not have if you were seeing it through the film of judgment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. And Dawn says the one thing that humans have in common is that we're all different, which is
that's great.
Yeah,
very
profound. She's like Yoda over there. What's going on?
Well,
Dawn is growing since she's watching the show. I see it. I see she's becoming like a guru. I love. That's awesome.
Has anybody tried to make a sigil at home?
Yes, Kim did.
Yeah, I did. I don't have it with me, but I've been doing it, and I've been loving them. Right. So what I've been doing is taking some words and putting them in a sentence, and then taking the letters and putting them together. So, I work with a lot of affirmations. I teach affirmations, and I teach so I'll take my affirmation and turn it into a sigil. And I've been kind of doing that this week. So, this week, the one I always work with the most is I am enough. I feel that that's such a affirmation that anyone could really take on, because I think that somehow I have not had a client yet in all the years I've been working that doesn't have some aspect of life where they feel like they're not enough. It's such a human experience. It's such a thing that we're all working on. And it's so funny because everything that you read that's a spiritual thing will say you are inherently valuable, right? But none of us really believe this when it comes to, I don't know, shopping, or what we wear that day, or how our hair looks, or our bank account, or our boyfriend, or there's always something that we could find in the world that will think I am not enough. And so I feel like a big power issue in my life, a big power theme, is really when I stepped into I am enough, really being able to help other people step into I am enough. So I did it. I know you're supposed to kind of do it with the consonants, but I like the I am E. And I kind of was playing around with those. They said that, the consonants are the manifesting.
Right. Right. So a sigil, just by definition, is a type of symbol used in ritual magic. The term is usually referred to a type of pictorial signature of a jinn, which I don't know what that is, and I should have looked up that word, or other entity. In modern usage, especially in the context of chaos magic, sigil refers to a symbolic representation of the practitioner's desired outcome, which I took to think, on my own, and I know we discussed it last week, to be another way of manifesting. And, just I don't know if you have something that you want to show it on, or if you got it?
So that's
made.
Yeah. I am enough. I thought it was kind of cool.
Very cool.
And you can play, it looks like Tay, but it's actually I am enough.
So you took a statement, just so I could show everyone, I am enough.
We're gonna I'll take a shot at that, right?
Okay, so here, I'll bring it up here for a second. And then, all right, so I am enough. And you chose to cross out what, Kim?
Well, what I did was I just took the first letters of each one and just went with I am enough.
Okay. So if you went with the way that Kim did it, that's awesome. The way that I know Ryan was talking about it last week, he takes out all the vowels.
Yeah.
And any reoccurring letters. So I don't think there's a reoccurring letter. And you're left with I, M, N,
Well,
G.
I is a vowel, right? So it'd be M, N, G, H.
Right. So you're left with M, N, G, H.
And then you
your symbol from there.
Yeah, so you could do like
But you could do it any way you want, right? You can do it however.
The way that it depends. I mean, that's why I sent another video today in our group.
Right.
And technically speaking, there are different ways of doing it, but the most traditional way of doing it is taking out the vowels and the reoccurring letters.
Yeah. So it could be like, okay, so you could take an M, and then you could you could do whatever you want to do, which is fun.
Show the letters again that are left, Donna, from that.
M, N,
like
G, H.
M, N, G.
Like, oh, so I had to put an H in there?
Ming.
I like that because it looks like a mountain.
Yeah.
It's like Ming.
Well, I could show you.
Here, I could do it like that.
I did one for Ryan.
Let's see.
Just to show you what it looks like. So this is Donna and Ryan.
Aw, that's so cute.
That's
right?
cute.
Because you take out the reoccurring letters and you're only left with R, N, D, and Y. And that's how that came out. So you could do it for whatever you want. But what's really cool is I like the idea of, all right, so we're going to do the MNGH and see what each of ours looks like. And
okay, wait, hold on.
Anyone at home that wants to do it?
Please do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you should totally do it. So
do they have to be like, okay, here's my question. Check. Do they have to be in order?
Nope. That looks great.
So
that's
they could
awesome.
be all over the page.
No, that looks good.
Okay, they can just be
Can you use
whatever.
different colors, like for different letters, or should
You can
make
do whatever it is that you want. Yeah, completely. Is what they said.
Okay, now here's the question which Ryan talked about, but I definitely want to talk about it again. Once you create this cool symbol, cool sigil or symbol, whatever you want to call it, sigil is what he called it. Then what do you do?
Well, then you can definitely burn it. Oh yeah, different Ryan. I didn't do it for Dark Winter Moon.
Here, look, I have one. There's my MNGH.
I love it. Megan says you can also find sigils for the archangels if you want to work with specific ones, and that's
okay.
So wait, what you mean? There's specific. Each archangel has a specific sigil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
this is my new MNG. I like this one. I'm gonna make it pretty. Right.
I do this.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
This is cool.
Yeah. So this is my N, and then M, and then the H is in the inside, and then the G.
You know what's
that's
cool
awesome.
too about this?
It's fun. I feel like I could get addicted to sigil making.
It's like meditative. It's like,
yeah.
And that's it. That's part of the whole process. And there's so many different videos that I found just today looking for like a couple of seconds. And there are different. I love it. I love that.
Very good. I think that the thing is that it's got to speak to you and it's got to mean something to you, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, you could make a sigil one letter. So one of the things that I do when I work with energy is, I put a letter into your heart, or I'll put a letter into your third chakra, and we'll manifest from that. So I wonder if you can like really get to know your sigil and put it in your energy field and manifest from it. I mean, like I Am Enough would be such a cool thing to do magnetizing with, right?
Yeah.
Megan Ryan, she said you can use it to practice meditation for a period of time, tape it to your mirror of your dashboard of your car, then you burn it when you feel like you're ready to let it go.
That's amazing,
awesome.
Megan.
Ryan, here's this woman because she sounds exactly like
she's amazing. And she's been into all this for like years.
No,
not when it was like in vogue. She really is the real deal. So she's my cousin and she's amazing and she's gorgeous and she does all these incredible things and she teaches flow and she teaches dance and she
you told us about her. Yes.
Yeah.
We were going to hoop with her like years ago for Girls Gone Green. But we definitely have to have her on the show. I have a question. So
wait, really quick, can I just say this really quick? Yeah. Did anybody not notice that she's our third Ryan?
I didn't notice that.
Ryan is my first Ryan.
We should have our put Ryan in our open-minded mystics.
Yeah,
definitely.
So Megan Ryan, you can call me Ryan, and then Ryan from Dark Winter Moon.
Wow, to Ryan.
I had to say that. I'm like, hello, Ryan.
We're Ryan.
It's a special meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, we are manifesting Ryans. Let's get them over here.
Now, I have a question. So this is the sigil that I made for I Am Enough for me that I liked, where I was like, okay, even though I didn't do it the way that we talked about it. I did
right, but I think it doesn't matter.
But let me ask a question based on what we're talking about. We might not have an answer. So if you have that, but that's like your symbol, you can keep it around without burning it, right? Burning it means I'm done with it. This means like this is my power symbol, just kind of like Superman S, right? Like you see this.
What Ryan had said last week, you can recreate it and you can burn. Like, so if you wanted to frame one and create that, and then when you want to use it as a meditative tool, you would just draw it again. Like, did you ever doodle and just continue to doodle the same thing over and over?
Constantly.
So I'm not saying that this is a doodle, but this would be your mantra, like your doodle, your sigil would be what you draw. You're going to use it, then you can burn it. And like, say you could use it for specific moments and use it. Yeah, you can use it multiple times. As a matter of fact, don't you remember one of the things he said, wait, I'm going to get myself up here, is it grows in its power when it's repeated. So one of the things he made a comment about with the money one was he sells it on his Etsy shop. He has one. And then he said, he's like, I don't care if when you buy it, you reproduce it, because it basically just continues to grow. The more it's reproduced and out there, it doesn't take its power away, lessen the power, water it down, because it's reproduced at all, which is amazing.
Well,
and
isn't that what I teach? Like,
yes.
What I teach is
yes,
what you give away expands. So whatever, if you give words away, be careful in the things you say, because whatever you say it in the world will increase in you. So if you share your sigil and it goes out into the world, it increases in you. What a great idea. Maybe I'll give out sigils for Christmas and little ornaments. Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
That was done. I love it. I know that's a great idea.
No, but think about that, like Prince, he reproduced himself into a symbol.
Yeah, so awesome.
Made it very difficult for people introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, now
sigil.
Think about how strong that is now. If you know, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing.
It's pretty
cool. He did a lot of really cool things. Like he declared purple his color, and purple rain, and royalty, and he's amazing. He's right with us. That Ryan is right on time.
He needs to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about how you would actually use the sigil for manifesting, which is what we're kind of talking about. So you could use it in a meditative state. You could just take it, tape it to your mirror, tape it to your car. You could get T-shirts made with your, you know what I mean? You could do a lot with it, which is really cool. And
you can get T-shirts made, ornaments made. You'll give out your sigil everywhere.
It'll be like your Superman symbol. I mean, really, it's that same kind of power.
I would tattoo my sigil on me.
I know you will. I know you're going to.
How do you come up with just one? There's so many things I want to turn into a sigil.
We have to have Ryan on as a guest one day so he can tell us about his sigil. Did he tell you in the meeting, right? He said it?
Yeah, he said he had a sigil tattoo, but then he covered it so that nobody else could see
it.
He
put all of his wishes and desires into it, right? So let's say it's a heart, let's say it's money, let's say it was my name, whatever. And then he basically took it and he colored it all in black, so that this way it's his sigil for him and only him. And it was like it was like he put it in a sacred space.
Did he put it on his butt?
No.
Well, you said a sacred space. I didn't know.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying it would be like putting something, like if you buried something.
Yes, I'm teasing you.
Space.
Yes.
Silly.
Look at you. You're like,
well,
I'll find out where it is.
So shout out to Joni. You'll be watching the show tomorrow morning.
Oh, his mom?
Yeah, his mom.
Oh, his mom. Look at you. That's brilliant that his mom would be watching. Let's hear it, Donna. Let's hear your best accent. Go ahead.
No, I would never. I don't want to insult her.
Right, no, you're not going to insult her.
The crystals, going back to that question, that are over here on my bedside, which this is somebody else I really want to get on as a guest. I watch a show on Tuesday nights that this woman is just so energetic and brilliant when it comes to crystals. And I get a lot of them, from her. And it's just, so this is a fluorite. And it's a stone for mental clarity and focus, helps to bring order to chaos, which is exactly why I have it in my room. It brings balance and stability, a wonderful stone to help connect to the human mind and the universal consciousness, a great meditation aid, which is another reason why I have it next to my bed, because you literally are supposed to take the stone and, charge it to your mind, and it helps to ground you, which I think is great. And it's also great for your immune system and it absorbs and neutralizes the negative energies that are within your body. So I love this stone. It's fluorite. This one is green and purple, and it's just really pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Say something.
No, I was going to say something because as a person who's never been like into crystal, like I kind of was like, oh, it's a little over the top for me. As a, you know, personally, I got, and Donna, you may have, in your Birch box. I got in my Birch box, which is, those of you that don't know, it's a monthly box where they give you all the latest makeup and great stuff. I purchased a jade roller and I had used it, but then I got just a flat jade. It's not a heart shape, but it's like an interesting shape. But it's just
like a palm stone.
Yeah, it's like a flat jade stone, and it's same concept. It's for you put it on your face. Now, I told you guys that I've been meditating since we started the show. So I've been meditating for months now, like religiously, no pun intended. And I take that jade stone and I like put it on my face and do the whole thing. And it is so relaxing. I can't even tell you. I look forward to doing it. No, but it's like so not me, right? This is like something that I was like, I'm not buying what you're selling when somebody would talk to me about that kind of stuff. And I cannot believe what a difference it makes. I mean, it makes sense. Again, everything is full circle and it makes sense knowing like now I'm opening to what Earth is all connected. We're all connected. It's all about energy, blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm using it, I'm like, holy smokes, it works. I just had to say that from a skeptic's point of view.
I'm a fan of crystals. I do have them I use pendulums sometimes with people when I'm, you know, so I do have crystal pendulums and I do charge them. But if you don't believe in crystals, take a pendulum, get a pendulum, ask someone to send it to you, and hold a pendulum over each chakra and really try to keep your hand straight. Really try to keep your hand straight. I crystal pendulums, and you will be shocked because the pendulum will start moving in the direction that this chakra is spinning. I have tried to this, you know, like say this doesn't work, and every person I hold it over, mine are downstairs because they're being charged right now, but there's a lot of different ways you can charge crystal, but I always keep a beta quartz in my room because it's supposed to be very grounding and good for sleep. I use selenite before I talk to people. It's supposed to clear you, and I mean, I'm definitely a fan, but I'm going to say this. When I manifested my boyfriend, and I wasn't ready for a relationship, and I knew I wasn't. So because I had other things I wanted to do. So I put it out to the universe. I wasn't going to go look for him. He was going to find me. And so I used a rose quartz and I used crystals, and I would charge them once a week, and I would put rose quartz in the middle, and I did like a grid. I don't know, like a figure 8 grid. And every night I would go to bed and I'd say, you know, like I'd charge it and I'd just like say, you know, bless him, bless it. And he did. He found me, and that's how it worked. Like literally, we were set up by someone who felt like we needed to meet each other. And she tried to set us up for 3 years. And she finally set us up when we were ready to meet each other. And I'm telling you, because I said, well, you know, he always makes a joke that I called him forth to me from the universe, but I did.
You summoned him.
And then when I tell people that, they're like, oh, teach me how to make that grid. It's very simple, just rose quartz and simple little crystals.
Now, let me ask you, do you charge it on like a plate of salt?
Wait a minute. You got to take it down a notch. What the heck are we talking about charging?
All right. I was going there for you.
Thank you, D-Money.
So I clean my crystals in the sun. So I put them out in the sun, and I just, whenever it's a sunny day, and my kids know, I run around my whole house, pull up all my crystals, shove them in a box, and put them outside. And every once in a while, someone will come home and be like, oh, my mother's charging her crystals. My son will roll his eyes.
I love it.
I love that the crystals need to be charged. So what's the thought process behind that? Like, explain that to me.
You can hold it in your hand, and what is it? I love you, forgive me, please. What is it? I love you, but I don't do that anymore. I just put them in the sun, but I love you, please, you know, forgive me, or something like that, and that's enough. And you just put it in.
That I don't even know.
Isn't that like the Hono Opo? It's a Hawaiian thing. All right, anyway. So you put your crystals in the sun, that recharges them.
Yeah, and you can say a prayer. Thank you, you know, bless you, or, you know, bless this crystal. You put them in salt.
Put them in salt. Like, don't you put like a new crystal on a plate of salt? Like if you got it from somewhere, just to kind of cleanse it from.
You could do that. Yes.
Energy.
Yeah. Some people clean them, but I don't, because most of my favorite crystals are very porous, and you're not supposed to put them.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it either. No, I wouldn't do it either. But I love them. And this other one that I have in my hand, it's a red jasper tower.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Pretty.
is like this is a great stone to like hold on to. Like to focus your energy, it's really good to focus your energy. But like the jade stone that you're talking about, if you were to go through like this woman, the show that she has, they're called palm stones. So anything that fits in the middle of your palm, because it's very comforting. It's very soft. It's very like you're using it for your face for the
I'm
reason.
going to get it because it's not a palm stone. I'm going to show it to you. It's pretty big. Keep talking while I get it.
I would love
Keep going.
to. Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh my!
But
I also
the
full moon cleanses it too.
But I also use amethyst. You could just charge your amethyst and then put the rest of your crystals on your amethyst. So I have like some bigger amethyst that I sit my crystals on.
Them.
And and amethyst I like because as an addict, if anybody's an addict out there, amethyst, they call it the sober stone, and it's really supposed to be very good for you if you are struggling with addiction. So I have a lot of amethyst. Not that I'm struggling so much anymore, but possibly because I have a lot of amethyst throughout my house. Yeah. But if anybody's struggling out there, get yourself an amethyst and hold on to that.
All right, let's see it.
Okay. So it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And it's flat. But here's the thing.
Oh,
so
it's
you take it and it's cold in the morning. I leave it out and it's always cold. And you just take it and you like rub everything and go up. So let me break it.
Don't break
Can you
it.
imagine if I broke it? No. But it's way too hard to break. But I just take it and like literally just rub. And almost like you're shaving, like that.
Yeah. That's nice.
It is the most relaxing. It's the weirdest thing, guys. I look forward to doing it in the morning. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get time to just do the stone thing. It's just so cool and cooling. And it's,
So that's a jade slice. That's what that's called.
A jade
flat piece like that. Well, listen, I'm taking that from the woman that I, get all of my stuff from.
Right.
She talks about them and she says, oh, I have some, jade slice for sale, or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that it's a heart. It's
I
like you're
love the heart too.
Cool.
And you know what's great? It fits right under your eye, like in the eye folds, and it's very cool.
That's awesome. You could probably put it in the refrigerator.
Yes, put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to do like a whole show on crystals.
Well, why don't we get someone who's like anybody crystal?
Yeah, the woman out there. No, the woman that I already asked her. She wants to be a guest on our show. So she's going to be watching it, our show and checking us out. And I think she'll say yes. I hope she'll say yes. She is so amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing.
That's awesome.
Now, do you have a stone? I know we're going to go deeper into the crystals, but Kim, you were saying you have certain stones that like neutralize things.
Well, they say I put my crystal, like I'll put my pendulum on an amethyst, and sometimes that I feel like clears it out. I sometimes put my crystal on another crystal, but in all the corners of all my windows, there's little teeny crystals, and I literally scoop them up every week and throw them outside.
That is amazing. That's amazing. So each one will have a different property. That's basically what.
But I just have the little white crystals in the corner of my window.
And what does that do?
It's supposed to clean out the room.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to keep your room clean. It's kind of like, I really honestly do believe, though, what you believe in. Caroline May said this once: whatever you believe about something is what comes true about it, right? So aren't we manifestors? So if you don't believe in crystals, they won't work for you. So why bother, right? Because everything is belief. If you do and you believe a certain thing does a certain thing, it will. So
I don't think, Kim, that you should discount it. Because like I said, I didn't believe. I was like, okay, and crystals, like, no. But I'm telling you, when I just did it, because I was like, this came in my Birchbox. It's totally got to work. And I just did it for like the vanity part because it's supposed to like smooth wrinkles and blah, blah, blah. But I don't even care anything about the wrinkle. It just was so relaxing. So I think you need to give it a chance. Even if it seems
I agree.
really woo-woo and crazy, guys. I
want to look up jades and find out what jades. Do you know what they are, Kim?
I have a book over here. I do have a book of all the different crystals and what they mean. I think that jade a fourth chakra. So,
I don't know. Now we've got the conversation going. See what my little jade slice did? My little jade slice is just
I know.
so wonderful.
I don't know where my book is.
Loving
I have a book for crystals. It'll take me too long to find it.
Yeah, you don't have to try to find it. Don't worry about it.
You ready? So it just says that jade is for harmony and abundance. This embodies the body's filtration organs, encourages acceptance of yourself, a stone of good luck and beneficial results, a stone of rituals, prayer, and meditation. which is perfect because you use it when you meditate.
Yes.
And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. But there's so many. This is what's so cool. I will say we're so lucky to have the internet. Like, I'm not like a huge lover of everything, like of modern technology. I do like looking things up in a book, but for the sake of this show and the purpose of what we're doing, right now, I mean, come on, how cool is it that we can just like zip zap, go to the, the phone and look it up.
It's like witchcraft.
It is, but its meaning is purity and gentleness and love. So that's so nice because you're doing something nice and loving for yourself.
It's a 4th chakra stone. I thought so.
Oh.
And what does that mean, Kim?
Yeah, Kim. What does that mean, Kim?
Well, 4th chakra is a heart center. So it's about, openness, brotherhood, love, connection, kindness, love. It's 4th chakra. Self-acceptance, which is 3rd chakra, but it could also be 4th chakra.
Now I have to find this out. I'm looking.
I have a book that says all the best stones for each chakra, but
yeah,
I can't. It's over in my phone.
Too. Chakra gemstones.
I literally have a whole bunch of them downstairs.
Ooh.
Like in my.
We have to make a whole show about this.
I think we should. Like, when you're feeling like off in your 3rd chakra, what stones I have them right next to I could actually tell you what I have, but we're not going to do that because we have 4 minutes left, or 9, because I'm really bad at math apparently. But,
you know what stone you should use for that? It looks like a calculator. It's an abacus.
I feel like it's a little stone with numbers on it. You press
abacus. That's what that is. Stones and beads, Kim.
Well, I was thinking about when you're talking about going to Google, and my daughter has an Italian teacher. She takes Italian honors, and the teacher's always like, and I better not see this from Signora Google. You better not answer from Signora Google.
That's
you know that that GTS is now in the lingo of our do you know what GTS is?
GTS?
Yeah, if somebody says to you GTS, that means Google that bleep or Google that.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Yeah, somebody said to me the other day because I asked a question. They were like GTS. I'm like GTS, like LOL. I don't know what any of those things mean. He's like GTS. I'm like GTS. He's like Google that bleep, and I'm like, oh my God, it's part of our lexicon now.
Oh gosh.
But it's funny because we say Google that. I mean, like, good for Google. They mean like what it means. You say the word Google to somebody. It means search something up. One day we'll be like, open minded mystics that, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, I know what that means.
That's right. We'll get this out, right? Yeah.
Look at that. I love that frequency.
Our sound.
It's our sound.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I have to practice that part. Not that
yeah, I have one of them downstairs. I can never make the sound extend.
Oh, I love singing bowls. That's one of the things that you guys, you have to do this. I know we're getting way over the top. Like we're all over the map tonight, but it's very exciting. I feel like the energy of like, we're all so excited with all these new things. I have been meditating with my stone to Tibetan monks and singing bowls.
I love Tibetan monks. I do.
Can I just talk about how they go?
Yeah, I love that.
I'm like, how do you even go there? How do they even get to that sound? And why do I love that sound so much?
But honestly, you know what? If you use it when you meditate, it really does kind of calm you down.
Not only does it calm you down, I feel like it's like this is going to sound so woo-woo, like a cleaning. It's like, it's okay. I went to do, it's called a sound bath in the, okay, now I'm going to get really woo-woo. You're not going to believe what I say.
I'm so practical.
I went to the Integratron, which is in California. It's in the middle of the desert, and it is this structure that is architecturally like perfect. So it's like the Whispering Wall in New York, where what they do is they have you lie in a big circle, and your heads are in the middle. And if someone says something that is like literally 50 feet away from you, 100 feet away from you, it sounds like they're whispering in your ear. I don't know if you've ever been to the Whispering Wall. In Grand Central Station, there's a section where you could stand in one section and someone stands like 150 yards away from you, and you can whisper into the wall and they can hear it like you're whispering into your ear. It's all about aerodynamics and listening. Anyway, doesn't even matter. They do this thing where they have singing. I am turning into a hippie. They have these, Megan, you're going to die. I do want to do ayahuasca, but I'm scared. So maybe we could do
I'll do it with you.
Sponsored ayahuasca trip where we have doctors with us so nothing happens. But anyway, we did the singing bowls, and they do all the crystal bowls, and they do all the different resonance, and like I'm telling you, it felt like your body was being like swept out, if that makes any sense to anybody.
Absolutely.
Like I could feel it in certain chakras. I could feel the sound hitting that chakra, and it just felt like coolest
But you know
thing
what?
ever.
I will say this, that I do a lot of toning. And so that's meditation with sound, and those different sounds. Every once in a while, when I do that, I will feel like my chakra opening up. Like when I'll do so, I think there's a lot of different approaches to get that same feeling, and I'll feel like I'm floating, or I feel like I'm not, opening. I mean, I'm not in my body, but I'm fully in my body. It's such a good feeling. I mean, everybody should meditate. If you're listening to this and you don't meditate, find your way, because there's 1,000 different ways, but it's always worth it.
Oh, and starting like just slow, if you think that it's not for you, is the way to go, because then it becomes something that you just want to continue to do.
Yeah, you look forward to it. Like I am seriously that person that's like, you should be out of bed like now I'm like, I can't wait to meditate. That's like the first thing I do in the morning. I cannot wait for it. Which is so not my personality. I can't even tell you. But it's awesome.
It could be anybody's personality. And I remember when I used to meditate, when I first started, I used to meditate for 2 minutes. And I think I can't do any more than that. And now sometimes I meditate for an hour. Like, I'm embarrassed to say it, because
don't be embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed to say it. I think that's amazing. I would fall asleep if I meditated for an hour.
You're like Buddha.
Well, when I do it that long, it's guided. And I'll use like a Joe Dispenza meditation, because those are really good. But
you stay awake for the whole thing. That's a miracle.
Yeah. Well, because I know what's coming up next, and like he'll make you really go into like darkness and like just stay in the darkness. But I want to get to the part of the manifesting. So like there's something about just having your mind like in darkness and then bringing yourself back into that place. And I do believe that it opens you up to attract, like it's almost like it makes the space so that more good stuff comes in. So if you really believe, right, because isn't everything belief, that you're creating space to attract good stuff, you're gonna, like, it's easier for me to sit in that quiet, like trying to stay in that darkness, thinking that I'm creating space for all the good stuff to come in. And I manifested really great weather in Chicago, so it really worked. I really do believe
I do a guided meditation, and the next thing you know, I want to get up and eat cake. Like I'm like, oh my God, that darkness is so amazing. And I think that light looks like the light of the refrigerator opening. And it's just like, I have such a focus issue when it comes to any of this, that I'm a long time short meditator. Because
that's fine. Whatever you could do, that's fine.
Yeah, because I was making great cakes last night in my sleep.
Now you're making me hungry.
Oh, I'm definitely hungry. Wait, let me see. You know what time it is? We have 2 minutes left. This was an amazing show. I mean, I cannot wait. Next week is going to be another interview show, and you're going to have to tune in to see who we are interviewing. But this is Open-Minded Mystics, and we are here to open your minds. And I will say this. I like the new concept of doing this. If you identify with Kim's energy tonight, then when Kim's card is pulled, that shall be your cards. If you feel connected to Tracy and her jade heart slice, then you can go for taking her cards with you. And if you feel like you're connected with me, Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Heiny Ho. Ladies, who's going first this evening?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm watching. Stop. You always give me an extra one.
No, because it's got to be on a time delay, because when you say stop, I'm seriously doing it at that moment.
We must be.
I swear.
I did it on purpose, knowing you were going to take another section of cards.
All right. Here we go. Hi, Jack Freeman. Nice to see you. Mr. Show, you have to make it tomorrow, next week. Well, we'll see you Wednesday for Girls Gone Green Jade. Yeah.
Girls Gone Jade. I love that.
Ryan, you're going with the bottom. Everyone has to do what works for them. That's right, Aunt Cecilia. I'm going with the bottom card, he says. Okay, well, Then this is Kim's cards.
My card.
That card first. Children.
Oh,
Yeah, considering they've been texting me this whole show.
that's what it is.
Ah, you want the bottom card? Let's see what it is. It's romance. How about you? You got everything. Good. God bless you. You have children.
What else could a girl want?
And nothing more. Nothing more.
Cake. All right. Ready? Christopher,
Is there a cake card in there?
you don't have to apologize, buddy. That salad was beautiful. All right. Tracy Locke.
Here we go. My jade slice is saying now.
Okay. Here we go. Music.
Music.
Wanted to sing that song. She wants to do jingles. I could hear it in your future.
You're right. How crazy.
I could see her doing jingles.
Totally. Jingle jangle.
And children.
Oh, there we go. They're coming, baby.
I knew it. I was like, oh, it's going to be there for her too.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys, here we go. I've already got children, so,
You're like, don't bring that card out for me.
No. That's what I got. I dreamt about that gray cake. I was like, wait, what? It's a girl.
Oh my God. Was it a gender reveal cake?
No, I had it. There was a baby girl.
In the cake?
No, but the cake was gray. And I was like, why would you have a gray cake? It's a baby girl.
God. Big things are coming for you, obviously. No unintended.
What's up, Sherry Freed? Okay, you ready? Children.
I told you. We're going to be pregnant at the same time. We're going to be the oldest pregnant ladies in town, ladies and gentlemen. Open-minded pregnant ladies.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Love
we are so connected. We are so connected that I got the same cards as Kim. Kim, that's so crazy.
Wow.
We know I can't hold a tune, so that's why I didn't get music.
Me too.
But, my gosh. Now I want cake.
Me too.
Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been an amazing, amazing audience of mystics. We're so glad that you're open-minded and here with us. All of a sudden now I'm echoing. You hear that, right?
Because the ghost behind you wants cake too.
I know. I love the ghost behind me. Oh, it stopped. The ghost is not hiding.
He's eating cake.
I hope you all had an amazing time. Any last word?
Get a jade slice. It'll change your life. No pun intended. That's like a rhyme. I made up a jingle.
You did.
Jade slice.
How about make your sigil today?
Yeah, make your sigil today. Share it with us, post it, send it to us in our inbox. Please take time if you haven't already to go over, check us out, subscribe, and share our page on YouTube. That'd be awesome. And Instagram is where we'll put up the posts to remind you of how to get the codes, Open-Minded Mystics. And that will be all for now, I think. Hey, thank you, Ryan, for Megan joining us. Thank you, Ryan. I just called her Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I mean, you guys are amazing. I love us. Go us.
Woo!
Crystals. Charge them up in a box.
That's right. I'm going to go charge my crystals.
The next Monday night.